Before we begin, just a quick note. This podcast is produced by qualified financial professionals and is intended to share general information and insights to help expats better understand common financial topics. However, everyone's circumstances are different and regulations can vary by country, so nothing discussed should be taken as personal financial, tax, or investment advice. If you're considering making financial decisions based on anything covered in this episode, we recommend seeking professional advice tailored to your individual situation.
Welcome back to Expat Money Matters. I'm your host, Georgina. At Buchanan, we monitor global market shifts to turn uncertainty into opportunity. To provide you with total clarity, we've transformed our weekly market update email into this convenient audio format. Here is your weekly market update for March the 11th, 2026.
Good morning or good afternoon, depending on where in the world you are. This week, market attention has shifted firmly towards the inflationary consequences of the recent escalation in the Middle East. Higher oil and gas prices have changed the tone quickly, and with them, renewed doubts about how far central banks will be able to ease policy in the months ahead. What had looked like a relatively clear path towards lower rates now appears considerably less certain. That shift matters directly for both the US and the UK. Markets are now expecting the Federal Reserve and the Bank of England to hold their nerve at their March meetings. The concern is not simply the immediate rise in energy prices, it is the risk that those prices feed through into broader inflation expectations, keeping interest rates higher for longer than most had anticipated. In the UK, that change in outlook is already having practical consequences. Lenders have started raising fixed mortgage rates, reflecting the view that wholesale funding may stay elevated if the Bank of England cannot ease as quickly as hoped, with a large number of fixed-rate deals due to expire this year. Refinancing is a live pressure point for households and property investors alike. Also in the UK, the spring statement has been in focus. The broad direction remains one of fiscal restraint rather than meaningful relief. Frozen thresholds continue to drag more taxpayers into higher bands, while changes to capital taxation, pensions and inheritance planning remain highly relevant for those with UK-linked wealth. For expatriates and internationally mobile families, this is another reminder that tax planning can no longer be treated as an occasional exercise. It increasingly needs to be part of an ongoing strategy. In the US, the picture is different but no less important. New tax provisions offer some additional allowances for Americans abroad, but the broader direction points towards a more complex compliance environment and greater scrutiny. For internationally mobile families, efficiency and compliance are becoming increasingly difficult to separate. So while the headlines remain geopolitical, the implications are becoming more tangible. Energy-driven inflation risk, more cautious central banks, firmer borrowing costs, and a tax landscape that continues to demand closer attention. Markets may still be reacting to events in real time, but for many investors, the more important question is how these changes affect longer-term planning assumptions. The bottom line this week, what began as a geopolitical shock is now feeding more directly into rates, borrowing costs and financial planning. For internationally mobile individuals with UK or US exposure, this is a moment that rewards attention, not reaction.
And that wraps up this week's Market Snapshot. If you'd prefer to get the information before it's published here, you can sign up for the update directly on our website. Just visit chasebuchanan.com and subscribe and get the update delivered straight to your inbox, giving you a head start on the week. Thanks for listening to Expat Money Matters. I'm Georgina. Join us next time as we explore money matters for your life abroad.